So, what I learned today, whilst going to my local bread shop, Breadtop, right, was I was going to pay for my bread, and the lady was calculating how much the bread costed, right? And I thought, oh, it'll be $9.70 because that's what I calculated, right? All the breads together. And you know what she gives me? What price she gives me? She gives me $10.30. And I was like, what? That's bloody wrong. And so I was like trying to convince her and saying, oh, can I like get it for $10 instead? The bread? And then she was not having it. She was not having it. So I decided to run home quickly, go get 30 cents, pay her. But the surprising thing that happened was no one was there at the bread shop when I left, right? I mean, after I left. So when I arrived back, there was no one there. And I was thinking, hey, I can do this, I can work with this. Because usually when no one's at the store of like a restaurant or something, right? Staff usually just like go in the corner, have a break, eat their lunch or like have a little bite of their food or whatever, right? And so I approach her, I just wait for like 3 seconds. She comes and she looks at me and she's like, oh yeah, you're the customer who couldn't pay 30 cents back. So I paid her 30 cents. She was looking down like this whilst counting my money. And then a pause, right? A silence happens. And I was thinking, I could be spiteful here like anyone else and say like, oh, but the sign says $2.30 for the bread instead of $2.90. But on the machine it says $2.90. So then I told her, oh, thank you. Have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Oh yeah. By the way, your the sign that's written down says $2.90. By the way, and she was like, oh yeah. And then she said, yeah, have a good afternoon too. And the lesson that I learned from today was, yeah, don't be spiteful. Even though you may be right, or you think you may be right, don't react, observe, and reply back in a way that you would think you would reply back to a person, even in customer service, right? Because when I was running, right? Running back to my house, I thought, oh, she got the price wrong. Oh, I'm gonna be mad about what? Bread? 30 cents? Yeah, it might be like 2-3 minutes of 5 minutes that inconvenienced me, but you know what I got instead? A lesson. I learned a lesson that I didn't have to be mad about the smallest thing. Instead, I was grateful for that small thing, the small thing of my bread right here, and kindness. I was kind to her instead of angry and spiteful. So the lesson here is, even if you think you're right, you may be wrong. And also be grateful. And remember to think for yourself.